All right, so let's get into this. So I just got back from Cartagena, Colombia, and I've been to Colombia a few times, three times to be exact. I love going to Colombia. I've been to Medellin. I've been to Cartagena twice. I've even created content before in Medellin and both places. Anyway, so now I haven't been to Medellin since I'll say late, like early last year, so I can't really speak on that. But I have a reservation about what's going on right now in Cartagena, right? So, like I said, I love that city. One of my favorite places to visit. It's great. It's amazing. I just noticed some changes lately. Like I said, I just got back pretty much last week, and the one thing I noticed is the demographic of people that are going there are a little bit different now. Things have changed, and nothing wrong with that, right? So I'm not saying that these people I'm trying to highlight about their visit over there is a problem. I'm just saying it changed a lot, and then also in just observing and listening to some people talk, it's there was some negativity there that I just felt like I needed to address. So basically, I think most people know, for the most part, going to Colombia, a lot of men used to go there because, let's be honest, it's a country that has beautiful women, and they cater to men for the most part, and that's just a reality. Now, I've been there before. Not every guy that goes there is going there to do the exact same thing. That's not it. I don't want to make that like that's what this is about. No, I've been there with guys who were married and everybody was in the best behavior. We all just had a good time with the beach and other things, and came back home in one piece. But again, there are guys who go there, to enjoy as a single guys and just enjoy the city and the women. But I noticed this time that there was a lot more women, and some even women and their husbands, and it was like, wow, interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful city. It's great to visit. I think everyone should. But the truth is, you can see Cartagena in 2 days if you have a guide. You could go to the beach, you can go to the island, you could see Wall City in like 2 days. So after that, the only thing I left to do is walk around during the day and pretty much hit up the clubs. And now the thing about the clubs, again, for guys, if you're a single guy, you're at a club. Listen, you're in, you're doing great. You're gonna love it. Now, if you're a woman who's used to clubbing in America, you're not gonna get the same attention. I mean, the guys over there are not catering to women, except maybe they're trying to like say, get something from you, which is the same thing that girls do. But whereas like here, the average woman at a club is gonna get guys hitting them, all the time, but at every moment. But over there, it's not like that. And like I said, it's plenty of women, and not to be disrespectful. Like I said, you go to a club here, you might meet like 5, 6, 7, whatever it is, just extremely attractive girls there. But you go over there, it's like every 4 out of 5 is almost like that. So it's I can see why guys go there a lot, like single guys go there a lot. But again, the reason why I've said is because I saw a couple of incidents where there were women who were there with their husband or boyfriends, and it became more like kind of a tense situation because she's seeing the vibe that these girls are like looking at her man, or she's not getting the attention that she probably hoped she could get, and the guys are like king, you know what I mean? And I saw some little bit dispute that were going on, and that was a little bit kind of funny to see, but also just annoying. It's like, listen, do your research before you visit certain places, and if you want to go see Cartagena, go, but don't spend a long time. Don't do a week if you know you could get a lot of things done in 2, 3 days, because now the only thing left to do is go out to the clubs and other places, and you're gonna meet 100 women versus 10 men. And you, if as a woman who's visiting with your husband or boyfriend or by yourself, and you're gonna feel a certain way about it, and that's just the reality. Again, I'm sure some people are gonna have something negative to say about what I'm saying, but it's the truth. That's my opinion. But it was a great trip. Like I said, I just came back, amazing. The other thing I noticed was that the police are acting a little bit different, and I found out why. So they never used to search foreigners. Like, you there, I mean, you flew there on plane, so it's not like you're bringing anything. Well, that's not the case now because, now Colombia, it's illegal to smoke weed, right? And there's a lot of these younger guys who are going there now, and some of them are not following rules. One thing is you got to respect rules and culture, and a lot of them are not doing that. And some of these guys go out there lighting up on the street and they're getting in trouble. And over there, the police are not taking you to the station. You bribe them 100, 200 bucks, they'll let you go. So now it's like, it looked like it's a lick for them. They just like, the police are trying to search you just randomly, hoping they could find a joint so they can just get some money off of you. This happened to one of my boy actually. I met him out there and we became cool. But when he got there, he was trying to smoke. So he basically asked a guy, hey, where I could just hang around and smoke. And the guy really pointed him at a certain direction, said right there. And the guy disappeared. Now there was no police around or nothing. 2 seconds later, police pull up and they're like, yeah. And he had to bribe them. And I just felt like that might have been a setup from the jump. Like he knew what he was doing. The guy that showed him where to go and smoke. I'll just say again, my suggestion is just don't do it. Don't smoke. Don't do nothing out there you don't need to be doing. Now, if you got an Airbnb and you got a place where it's more private, you could do it in there. Like if you rent like a whole house, you could possibly do that. But if you just, staying at a hotel, you got to come outside to smoke and all that stuff. That's just too much hassle. I don't want to deal with that, so I would not recommend that. The other thing too that was bothering me seeing it is that a lot of people go to Colombia, and for the most part, most people are very, they adapt to the custom, right? Because a lot of time, I don't speak Spanish, right? I know a few words here and there, but for the most part, I have to like pretty much use Google Translate to communicate, right? And it works perfectly fine. I've done, like I said, 3 times, and I've never had a problem. I've been to Mexico, DR, it's been fine. I saw a couple of incidents where people were mad at the people at some restaurant or store because the person did not understand the English. And it's like, no, make it work for them. You are in there, you go into people's country, you gotta act accordingly. Figure out a way to communicate with them. So to be getting mad at somebody because they speak Spanish in a Spanish-speaking country while you speak English, it's almost like it's like crazy. It's delusional. You just you're not even facing reality at this point. Like this is their place. I mean, how many times people say that in America? You come to America, you speak English. When you go to Spanish countries, you speak Spanish. Okay, there's no other way to say it to you. So some of you guys go there with this attitude, just stop it. Stop it. And the thing is, it's weird because the demographic of women that go there were like, the ones I kind of saw a lot more were like black women. And even the 2 incidents I saw with the people getting mad at the cashier and the lady at a restaurant are 2 black women. And I'm just like, sometimes, when your people are in certain situations, you're like, oh, I don't want that, what's to look like that. Would it look bad out there like that? So, and I could tell the lady was getting mad too. So just, you go to places, follow the rules, respect the culture, respect the people. Nothing wrong with learning a little Spanish if you're going to go out there. Again, and I know there's a lot of people who live out there who are from America, like black women, black men, all these people, white, everybody's out there. And most of these people are doing well because they've tried to adapt and they've learned the language a little bit, so, but if you're visiting for a week or whatever it is, when that lady was getting mad at the cashier, all she could have done is took out her phone, used Google Translate and just help the lady out. But no, she just wants to get mad like, oh, how come you don't understand what I'm saying? So that was a little bit it was definitely not and that's why I said Colombia is changing, and I don't think it's changing for the best. For the most part, I really think in the next few years we might have to find another place to go, because I feel like we always go to these places and it seems like it's great in the beginning, and then people started coming there trying to be disrespectful to the culture and be a certain for a certain way, and just the locals are not liking it. I remember the first time, I think it was like the first time I went to Colombia, I was at a club and a guy had dollar bills, and he was at a club, but he was upstairs throwing ones, and I just thought that was so tacky and disrespectful, and the people in there weren't happy. So things like that is just, don't do that. It's not a strip club, it's a nightclub. You got no reason and no right to do that. So what I'm saying is that, again, I'm not knocking anybody. I love Colombia. If you get a chance to visit, you should visit. People always ask when is the best time to visit Colombia. Anytime, right? Even though you got like the December, the January, those times are good, but anytime you go, because it's always gonna be warm. Again, this time of the year, like between September, August, September, you get some rain. But for one thing about Colombia that I love is that even though it rains at night, it doesn't really rain like that. So you have and even when it rains during the day, it rains during the day. It's like you might get like a heavy rain and then it just stops. So you're still gonna be able to have a good time out there. But again, this is just for some of you guys who are going out there, doing extra, doing too much. You're messing it up for us, for all of us. So please respect the culture, respect the people, and just remember, this is and stop saying the way we do it in America. It's not America. And I saw people do that too when they go to Africa sometimes. They go to like Ghana or some other place. They're like, well, I don't like this. Like, we got issues in some of these places. I'm from a third world country. I know, there's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of things, but certain things you just got to be able to adapt to. And just, it's either you do it or just don't go. Okay, so I just wanted to make this video quick. Again, if you feel I'm wrong about this, leave a comment. And if you think I'm right, also leave a comment and let's start a conversation. Let's start a dialogue. And but I just feel like what I'm saying is the truth, and I felt like I seen things firsthand, so I know what I'm talking about. Because again, I talked to some guys who are like single guys who go out there who just go there for the fun and all that stuff, and they were like turned off by it too, because some of them saw it and they were like, yeah, we might just have to switch and maybe go somewhere else, because things are changing. And some of you young guys, you go out there, act accordingly. You guys are doing too much. Just want to say that. But again, Colombia is great. Medellin or Cartagena, I love Cartagena a lot more. Either way, you won't go wrong. Anytime you want to visit, take that trip, book that flight and go. There's nothing better than traveling, especially in South America. I hope you enjoyed the video, and like I said, leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more coming. I actually got a trip coming up, heading to DR. So, there's some content coming from out there too. And then I got a couple of trips in Africa coming up by the end of the year. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and, hit that notification bell. All right, catch you on the next video.